Hey guys, what is going on? I am on my restoration druid today, my max level restoration druid. Yay, finally a max level video today. So, sorry I have not uploaded a video in a long ass time. I've been really busy, and that's pretty much it. I don't really have any other excuse than that. I just have been really busy with a lot of tests and everything like that. Unfortunate, but that stuff is really important, and I kind of had to not play games for a while, so I wouldn't get prepared and everything. So, anyways, let's dive on into a heroic dungeon. Um, I know heroic dungeons aren't really all that hard in MOP, but figured I'd start off with a heroic dungeon on this guy. I've been doing some LFR videos on my Resto Druid, but I feel like doing a heroic dungeon will get you guys a better idea of what I'm doing for smaller groups. Alright then. Hopefully this tank will accept this queue and then we'll be on our way. So, I'm just going to tell you guys what talents I'm using. This is pretty much it. Not saying it's best. I know Force of Nature isn't necessarily the best, but I just like having those low cooldown trends following you around that, help you out quite a bit. Anyways, let's just accept these quests really quick here. And my item level is actually 506 on this guy, so it's not anything special, but it's, outgearing this place pretty easily. So pretty much what I'm doing is whenever I get a clear casting proc, I'm gonna use a regrowth on pretty much whoever needs it the most. I get those procs quite often, so I just spend them pretty much without thinking about it. At least for heroic dungeons, because it's not often that people are actually taking that much damage unless your tank actually just really screwed up. So the glyphs I'm using are Healing Touch, Efflorescence, and Wild Growth. Efflorescence is really, really useful because it makes it so your wild mushrooms actually throw out your efflorescence, I think it's called, which just does a huge amount of healing. It's like probably the most healing you're going to get out of a spell, and it's completely free. So that's what I'm using. I'd say it's definitely useful. It's really saves you a lot of mana. It's just a ton of AoE healing, and yeah. Obviously, you always want to have your life bloom up on your tank. Unless your tank's not taking any damage, then I guess you can throw it on the DPS if they're taking more damage. But, yeah. I have an axe and a sword inside of me right now. That's not very pleasant. It's pretty much always want to use your, wild mushroom on, like, a group that's really going to need AoE healing. So if your tank isn't really needing it, you don't really have to put it on your tank. But I just do it anyways. It heals the tank and it heals the melee DPS for a large amount of healing. It doesn't heal everyone in the circle. It's a limited amount. But yeah. Okay. So this tank actually just pulled a shit ton right here. I guess I'm just gonna use my tranquility right here because it's really nice amount of AoE healing for not all that much mana at all. The one thing I really like about resto healing is that mana never really seems to be that much of a problem for me. I'm always really high mana unless the tank is like insanely squishy or like he just steps in the fire all that much. And then I'll have to like actually use regrowth a whole bunch of times. Other than that, my mana is always really nice. I don't really often have to use my whatever it's called, my enervate, which is nice. It's nice to not have to use that. Pretty much just saying that you have a really awesome amount of mana and an awesome amount of spirit, so you don't have to reforge into spirit all that much. You can actually throw the focus on the tank really quick here.
You there. Make yourselves useful and deal with these summoners.
So I'm gonna Okay, he's actually out of range for some reason. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Alright. It's gonna throw out some AoE heals here, because there's a little bit of damage going around the group. Gonna throw out some rejuvenations to just pretty much cap everyone off. Pretty nice. Luckily, rejuvenation also doesn't cost that much mana. And of course, whenever your tank relocates, you probably want to throw down your wild mushroom again. You don't want to just like throw it down once and then just think that's good enough. You always want to make sure your efflorescence is always healing, you know, as many people as it possibly can. So for this fight, obviously, you gotta go to the bone piles and, you know, right-click them and shit. Alright, so this boss is not all that bad at all, for healing. There's only like one fight in this instance that's that tough for healing. And it's not even a boss fight. And I'll tell you what I'm talking about when we get to it. So yeah, not much damage going around this fight. Really the only thing that's that much of a problem is if your group actually does not, you know, grab the bone shields, or the bone armor, I guess. Then it gets a little hectic. But yeah, they should know this fight enough to grab that. Oh man, I'm getting attacked. Ah, gotta heal myself really quick here. Or, I'm fine. Don't need it. Gonna throw up a few trents here, just blow a few cooldowns, just to make sure my group doesn't die. And yeah, that seems like it's gonna do it pretty easily. This fight's actually kind of interesting because you can actually make the fight ridiculously short if your DPS is good enough. Like you can actually like skip a huge part of the fight if you just kind of blast through it in the first section, which is nice. It rewards having a lot of gear, I guess, which isn't necessarily a good thing, but I don't know. I say that's not a good thing because I want this game to be more focused around skill instead of gear. But whatever's good enough. Of course, I have Nature Swiftness up, so whenever you have someone that's actually kind of dying, you can throw a huge regrowth on them, for instant, you know, with no mana cost or anything like that. So, it's always nice. So yeah, this is the fight I was talking about, because the tank can pull a lot of shit here. I'm actually getting a lot of aggro. Oh boy. Gonna go for a Tranquility right here. Just probably because there's going to be a lot of aggro going around, and I do not want anyone to die. For obvious reasons. The tank actually pulled really well here. It was not as hectic as I thought it was going to be, which is nice. Sometimes you can accidentally pull the entire room, and you know that can just really burn through your mana really quickly, and then obviously you're going to want to save things like your cooldowns for this part because, well, you really need to reduce the damage your tank is taking, like with bark skin, or iron bark actually. And actually this paladin just pulled a group here, so I'm going to go over and help him. Tank can probably keep himself up reasonably easily. Because he's a tank and tanks have a lot of self-healing. Okay, there we go. It's probably good enough now. I'm gonna throw the efflorescence back on the tank. Clear casting. No one needs it, so I'm just gonna... Oh man. Just gonna throw it on the tank so he gets the heal over time from it. And it also resets Life Bloom, which is really nice. Okay. And I do have Nature Swiftness now if I need it, and I don't, so I'm gonna keep it because it actually lasts forever. No, and I'm not gonna keep it. I'm just gonna use it. Because this fight's really easy and I don't think I'm gonna need it. So yeah, that's pretty much this entire dungeon. And that's pretty much what I'm doing for heroic healing right now. It's not really all that difficult if you're geared. Mana won't be a problem. It looks like these guys just got locked out accidentally, so looks like this fight's not going to be insane for DPS. I'm just going to throw up a Moonfire just for the lulz, just to help out a little bit with the deeps. But yeah. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. Sorry it was kind of a short video, but again, doesn't really need that much explaining. I think heroic dungeons are pretty easy. I think Blizzard should make them harder in the next expansion. Hopefully they will be making them harder. And yeah, pretty much just having Efflorescence up at all times, healing the maximum amount of people is insanely important. And you know, always having Life Bloom up on the target that takes the most damage, you know, probably your tank. And popping your cooldowns whenever, you know, saving your cooldowns for important parts of fights, or like parts where a whole bunch of damage is about to come up. You know, you need to save your cooldowns for there and stuff like that. Pretty simple. All right. So yeah, that is that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I might be doing another dungeon and another video. Hopefully I will be doing LFR again at some point. Doesn't really matter which one I grab. I'll probably grab that one. Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I'm going to be doing more heroic dungeons after this, hopefully on this guy. Hopefully more LFR, maybe some flexi mode, if I ever, you know, get that much time. The reason why I don't do that like, difficulty of raiding all that much is because, you know, I don't have as much time as the people that do that, for the most part, so it's kind of annoying. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I know I had a lot of fun explaining pretty much what I do for every fight. And, yeah. More explanations on this spec coming soon on this channel. Sorry for the lack of videos and content for these past few weeks, but hopefully I'll be able to make it up to you guys soon, since a lot of the stuff I used to be worrying about is now gone. So yeah, thanks for watching this one. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.